Thank you, everyone. So if you have any hermit crab questions or social media questions, I'm here to answer. My laptop's right next to me for question purposes. So if you see me looking over, that's why. Thank you. I feel like I'm on TikTok live right now, but for some reason I'm so much more nervous here. I feel like I should be used to this, but I'm not. Have I received any negative attention, and if so, how do I deal with it? I do. I would say it's 95% good and 5% negative on my social media. The negatives usually are critiquing me or kind of disagreeing with hermit crab care, whether that's, for example, if something in my tank is set up wrong, which they usually don't know what they're talking about because they're just like someone who doesn't own hermit crabs, and I just have to either ignore it or nicely correct them. A lot of people always think they know everything, and they just like to disagree. And unfortunately, on the internet, like, people are always going to disagree with you. Not everyone's going to like you, no matter what. So you just have to learn to ignore it, or you can take the route of nicely critiquing them and leading them to proper resources. So I always like to say, check out the links in my bio for proper hermit crab care and more information. It's just not worth arguing over, especially when it's such a small percent of people that are negative. Let's see. How did you edit the video of the people cracking the shells? Okay, so that video of hermit crab awareness, I just posted one the other day too. I did kind of a refreshed one. So what I do is I go on YouTube, and the hermit crab industry video, that really sad one with all the cracked shells and what goes on behind the scenes, what I do is I screen record on my iPhone, and then when I go into CapCut, I just crop it into the vertical template of that you would post on social media. And that's really it. You can just edit your screen recording as a regular video, as if you recorded it on your phone, if that makes sense. Screen recording helps a lot. If you have any CapCut questions, you can ask me too, or if you don't even want to ask me them right now, you can feel free to DM me on Instagram or TikTok, and I can help you with that. Because if you're not familiar with editing, it can of course be a little daunting and tricky to do. But it's very easy once you get the hang of it. CapCut is very user-friendly. And if you need help with social media and editing, I'm honestly just happy to help you in any way, whether that's you want me to edit a video for you, I will do that. It's what I do for fun. It's what I went to school for. It's what I do for work, especially if it's hermit crab related. I'm your gal. TikTok specifically. Is there a way to sort by trending songs for background music? Whenever I try to search them by trending, they don't show as popular, if that makes sense. So yes, that is a good question. If you go on TikTok, specifically TikTok, if you go to make a video and then you click where you can add sounds, there is a trending sound part of the music selection, and there's also like top US songs. So what you can do is you just click on the songs that are viral. There's a whole list, even like a top 10, and you can pick which one's your vibe, which one you like, which one goes best with your video, and just turn down the volume so it's more background music and not overpowering your voice or your voiceover or whatever volume or whatever audio you have in your video. So you can access trending sounds, trending songs just through the TikTok app, and there will be a list if you click on top 100 US, top 50 US, or popular on TikTok. So that's a really easy way to find which audios are trending. Also, if you are on TikTok as a user and you notice there's a trend going around, whether it's like a funny voiceover sound, you can just click on that audio from that video and then add your video within that audio. So it'll be a part of the trending sound. Sorry, I hope that makes sense. Sometimes I'm not good at describing things. Just let me know if you want more clarification. Oh, you're from Jersey too? Me too. but you live in Indiana now. That's a change for sure. How is Indiana? I've never been there. You inspired me. I'm going to start a TikTok. I feel so weird making videos though, like talking to myself. Did you experience that in the beginning? That's a great question. All my life, I've been a very in front of the camera person. Like as a kid, me and my family would always make like iMovies and for fun. I've always wanted to be like a movie producer when I was a little kid. That was my dream job. So I've always loved the camera. It can feel weird at times, but you just get really, really used to it, especially if you do it like almost every day. I had a TikTok account before this Hermit Crab TikTok account, which also did well, but that was like more of a COVID hobby and it wasn't with hermit crabs. So I lost interest in it. I was not passionate about it, but you just get used to it over time for sure. And you have fun with it. You start to figure out what content you enjoy making most, what you're most comfortable doing. And it just comes naturally over time. And like I said in my presentation, you just cannot care what people think about you. No matter who you are or what you do, there will always be at least one person out there that has something negative to say. And you just have to laugh at it, honestly. You can't please everyone. So just do it for yourself and do it for the hermit crabs. Like, that's what I do. I just tell myself, do it for the hermit crabs. And who cares? At the end of the day, if you're having fun and you like what you're posting and you're proud of it, that's all that matters. I'm so happy that you're going to start up a TikTok, though. Definitely DM me or type out your username right here, and I will follow you. We should all follow each other and support each other. Oh, there's a website that shows top trending sounds at all times. There is. I don't remember what it's called either, but you can definitely quick Google, but you can also find them right on TikTok. They have like a trending list for you. I have not encountered any issues with TikTok when it comes to the spyware thing that you touched on, the stealing information. I have not. My mindset is, like, when I buy stuff online, like, there's so many places where my information can get stolen at this point. It's just, I mean, it's do whatever you're comfortable with at the end of the day. But I personally have not experienced any issues in that aspect. And I've been using TikTok for many years now. How much time do I spend creating content and managing my accounts? So honestly, a while. So if I'm making a hermit crab feeding video and stuff, I now just film directly on my camera app and then edit in CapCut because I want to post both on TikTok and Instagram. So opposed to making my video on TikTok, if I save it from TikTok, I'll have that TikTok watermark on it, and I don't want to post that on Instagram. I'd rather just not have any watermarks. So editing will take me, depending on the video, probably like an hour, maybe a half hour if it's a short one. But filming the video, like a tank reset, that can take a while just because, as you guys know, maintaining your hermit crab tank, it can take a long time to, like, it's a tedious task. Refilling the water, cleaning out the pools, foraging mixes, cleaning up any substrate that's gross, like if you have to boil shell, except you guys know the deal. But it takes a while, especially if I'm filming it and I have to make sure I have good lighting, I'm getting good clips, I'm making sure I'm getting every step of that tank maintenance. So putting together those videos can take a while. I would say on average, probably like one hour a day, I would say. But I'm also really quick with editing after doing it for so long. So it might take others longer in the beginning. It took me longer in the beginning, but then once you get the hang of it, it's easy. But yeah, it also can depend on the video, how long editing will take, and what your editing style is. Monetization and my experiences. So, good question. Do I make money off of TikTok? My answer is no, because I did not join the Creator Fund. From what I've read, the Creator Fund will tank your views. And my whole purpose of my social media is to spread awareness and to advocate for hermit crabs and to reach the masses. And if there is even a risk of me losing views or reaching people, I'm not going to do it even for money, because that's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this for the hermit crabs and to spread awareness. However, I do make money off my Amazon storefront. It's commission based. So whenever people buy, for example, why can't I think? If someone buys like a coconut swing using my Amazon storefront link, I will get like a 3% commission. It's not a lot of money, but it's like a couple $100 a month, which then I just use to buy my hermit crab stuff. So I'm honestly not making money really off of social media, and I don't really plan to join the creator fund ever if it's going to tank my views, because like I said, the whole point is to reach the masses. Let's see. Yeah, so those are trending even though they don't show the red popular next to them. Yeah, I can talk to you after this too and send you a screenshot because it'd be a lot easier to show. But when you click on TikTok and you go to the audios, there is a popular and a US Hot 50, I think. If you go on the popular, there is a top 10, but within that whole list, they are still trending sounds. I feel like I'm on TikTok live right now. I don't use a special camera. I just use my phone. That's really all you need. Thanks for answering that. I've heard 50-50 experiences from the creator fund. Some say no effect, others say it hurts them. Yeah, I've heard both too. I don't want to take that risk. It's just not worth it for me. Whole point is to advocate. So I am content with not being in the creator fund. I earn monetization on YouTube. That's good for you. Yeah, I haven't made a YouTube. I don't know if I will, just because TikTok and Instagram are kind of my wheelhouse, but that's awesome if you get monetization on YouTube. So you get commission from sales for things you yourself don't create. How do I sign up? So, what's it called? Amazon storefront. There's like a influencer, what's the word? Like an influencer program, and you get a personalized link. So then that link is my Amazon storefront link. And if people click on that link and buy hermit crab products from that link, I get commission. I'm pretty sure anyone can do it. I'm pretty sure there might be a few like rules and implications, but you can literally just look up Amazon storefront and read about it, and you could probably do it yourself. The point of my Amazon storefront isn't to make money, and it's such a small percent commission. I use it so beginners can have an easy spot for all that they will need to start off with. Are hashtags more important than time posted, or do they work hand in hand? So hashtags are pretty important. I would definitely use hashtag hermit crab, hashtag hermit crabs, and I'll use hashtag nature, hashtag animals too. That is because, let's say you interact with a post that uses hashtag hermit crab, then other posts that use those hashtags will come up on your feed too. That's just how the algorithm works. So by people interacting with my posts that use my hashtags, other posts that also use the same hashtags as me will start to come up on their feed too. So definitely use hashtags that are relevant to your video, because if you're posting a clothing haul, it makes no sense to do hashtag hermit crabs. So if any hermit crab related video, definitely use relevant hashtags. Time of day, at least Eastern time, New Jersey, I like to post in the evening on weekdays, and like lunchtime, even into the evening on weekends. That's what I've seen most successfully work. But you have to keep in mind, like on the East Coast, okay, so if it's 2 o'clock here, it's, was it 11 o'clock in California, I think. So you don't want to post too early when people in California are asleep, or you don't want to post at like 3 p.m. here on the East Coast when people are on lunch or still at work on the other side of the country. So you just want to find a good time slot where, you know, like everyone's either like done work, chilling, you know, that time of day where people are just relaxing, not times of days where people are at work or still sleeping, if that makes sense. Let's see. Again, I'm looking over here because my computer's here to answer questions. I've grown on TikTok from just myself too. 1,100 followers in a few months by marketing and reaching out and interacting with those on the same interests as myself. That's awesome. That's a great way to do it. Interacting with other accounts that do hermit crabs or just animals or reptiles, anything you're interested in, anything that relates to your account by interacting with other accounts just like yours, you can definitely help build a community and a following that way too. What's my TikTok name? My TikTok username is Janie Lee 11. So Janie, Janie, Lee, my middle name, Leigh 11. Or you can just look up, honestly, I think if you just look up my name, Janie Groeling, it should come up on both Instagram and TikTok. So content will get lost based on time posted. Not necessarily, but it'll definitely do better based on time posted. So if I post at 6 a.m. when everyone's mostly asleep or going to work, it'll probably miss a good window of views, opposed to posting at 5 p.m. when people are getting off of work, or 8 p.m. when everyone's really done work, chilling after dinner time. That'll have a higher success rate than posting at like dead hours. Yes, if you have a business account on Instagram or Facebook, you can schedule posts. That's definitely helpful. I don't do that, but I've done that for my jobs that I've done. Very helpful tool to use if you're busy, especially. I don't think you can do that on TikTok though, but definitely helpful for Meta. Yeah, if you type, I guess, okay, if you type hermit crab on TikTok, I'll show up. Yeah, you can just literally look up Janie hermit crab. I'm sure it'll come up. Sorry, I'm trying to read comments. Oh, Mia, sorry, I missed it. Is there a place where you find the most effective and popular hashtags? You can definitely do research, but from my experience, using hashtag hermit crab, hashtag hermit crabs is always good because, of course, it's hermit crab related content. Hashtag animals, hashtag nature, very general and broad, but then that can pull a lot of just basic animal lovers into the hermit crab niche. There's also a creator insights feature on TikTok. You should definitely look into that. It's really hard to explain, honestly, but basically you post videos under these hashtags and use the hashtag creator insights, and that apparently helps. I've tried it out. I haven't seen a difference. I have not seen a difference personally. So basically I would just recommend doing hashtag hermit crab, hashtag hermit crabs. If you are a Etsy vendor, for example, healing comes from me, definitely do hashtag healing comes from me. Because then when you look up these hashtags, all those videos will be under hashtags. So if you go on TikTok and look up hashtag hermit crab, probably most of my videos are at the top of that. So it's very important that you're using relevant hashtags. How far ahead do I plan my content? Honestly, now I just wing it day by day. I used to plan it better, but now I kind of just wing it. So if I'm in the mood to do a feeding video, I'll do a feeding video. If I know I'm going to do a tank maintenance in a couple of days, I'll know that I'll do a tank maintenance video in X amount of days. I'd rather post on like Saturday and Sundays and like Wednesday and Thursdays, opposed to like Friday nights, when everyone's out doing something, or like a Monday when, we don't like Mondays. So you try to just plan ahead to an extent, but you don't like stress over it, because you never want this to feel like a job. You don't want your social media to ever feel like a chore, like a job, like you're dreading it, like, oh, I have to make a video. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be an outlet for you. So that's definitely key. So if I feel like if I start like planning my content, like as if it's like a work schedule, it will start to feel like work, and I don't want it to feel like work, if that makes sense. What is your best experience when posting on TikTok? Good question. My best experience is, honestly, this just happened to me. A few days ago, I posted a hermit crab awareness video, advocating for them, showing the behind the scenes of the industry, just like your basic general hermit crab advocation video. and it's at 1.1 million views now after a few days. And it's not the views that are rewarding, it's the comments and seeing how many people are thanking me for spreading awareness and, oh my God, I didn't know this, thank you so much, like I'm gonna share this, and just knowing that it's a snowball effect and just reaching that many people. And even if I like impacted like 1,000 people, like that's a huge step for the hermit crab community. Like it's a grassroots process for sure. And just like my best experiences on TikTok is just making a difference and literally seeing people comment how this video changed their mindset, changed their perspective. It is so rewarding. Yes, it does feel amazing. It's why I do what I do for sure. I record every feeding video because it helps me remember feeding days. Haha, getting old is hard. Well, you try posting those feeding videos. You'd be surprised. People love to watch them. Like, especially if you don't have hermit crabs. It's such a fascinating concept to people to watch us prepare these like really tedious, interesting meals, because half the people don't know that hermit crabs are omnivores. So it's really cool to watch. So definitely just take that leap, post that feeding video. You'll never know. It's really rewarding. Do I recommend using the hashtag FYP for you page? I wouldn't say I recommend it. You can try it. It doesn't hurt to try. Like there's nothing to lose by using it. It's just like hashtag FYP has probably billions of videos under it because it's such like a commonly used hashtag. But I would just play around with it. I don't use it, but you can use it. And again, you have nothing to lose by not using it. So honestly, just play around with hashtags and see what works best for you. But again, some videos, so I'll post the exact same video, one on TikTok, one on Instagram. Sometimes one on TikTok that hit 1.1 million views a few days ago has 1.1 million views. That same video on Instagram has, I think, 50,000 views. Then other times, a TikTok I'll post will get a few thousand views, then we'll get a couple million views on Instagram. So you can't judge your video success just by the views sometimes. Sometimes it just comes down to luck, honestly. But once you get that snowball effect and you're gaining the followers, your videos are consistent, then as you build that following, it'll get easier and easier for your videos to get more views. And again, it's not about, oh, my video got so many views, yay. It's about, hey, I reached this many people and made an impact on them for their perspective on hermit crabs. So that's the rewarding part. Yeah, so the commonly used hashtags, I would go more for specific hashtags than commonly used hashtags, because commonly used ones have billions of videos on them opposed to like hashtag hermit crabs. Even though that one probably still has thousands and thousands of videos, it really specifies your video for when users interact with that hashtag, then other hermit crab videos will come up, opposed to interacting with a hashtag FYP video, because then really any other video can come up for that, if that makes sense. I got my first at the Jersey Shore 29 years ago. Of course, they died because I had no idea what I was doing. They sold them as easy pets. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just at the beach in Ocean City this past week, and I saw all the hermit crabs in the beach shops, and I cannot help but just want to cry every time. But I use that as motivation. I use that as motivation to post. I use that as motivation to keep spreading awareness and to really just put my full self into my social media to reach the masses and to hopefully just even change one mindset on hermit crabs, or to educate one person, or to make one hermit crab's life better because their owner watched my video. That's why I do what I do. Oh, you went to Virginia Tech the same year as me. Hey, wait, that's so cool. I miss it. I didn't know CrabCon was at Virginia Tech last year, because that was like before I was really immersed into the world of the hermit crab community, and that will be one of my biggest regrets ever. How is Norton doing? Norton is still molting. He's in this tank back here. And right here is my main 55-gallon tank. But Norton's in his 40-gallon tank, still molting. What time is it? All right, we'll do a few more questions, and then I'll have to head off, because that was my little half-hour slot. But if anyone has any more social media questions, feel free to ask. And if you want to DM me on Instagram or TikTok as well, for more in-depth answers, feel free to. Or just any hermit crab questions at all. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anyone's questions, because I feel badly if I do. And I try to go on TikTok live a lot too. I've been slacking, but I have to get back on it, because it's a really good opportunity to just talk to followers and answer hermit crab questions that way too. Do you plan on getting more crabs? Right now I have 5. I have a 55-gallon tank, so 5 crabs per gallon. But then once Norton comes up from his molt and he goes into his 55-gallon with the rest of the fam, then I have a vacant 40-gallon. So I don't know. I've been pondering it. I have been, if I want to rescue some more. But I don't know right now. But I can't do anything anyways while Norton's molting. So we will see. But I'm sure. My goal in life, my one goal in life, is to have a greenhouse of just a hermit crab sanctuary. That is my dream. I will sleep out there. That's where I will be 24/7. But to have like an actual greenhouse of just a hermit crab sanctuary inside, like a little jungle. So one day I will have many, I'm sure. All my crabs are purple pinchers. Yeah. All of them have been adopted. Norton I got 7 years ago, before I was really educated. I didn't buy him from a beach shop. My friend did and gifted him to me. So technically I didn't buy Norton, but he was bought. But the rest I took in from previous owners that could no longer care for them. You have a greenhouse? Jealous. Oh, you have Ecuadorians. Yeah, I don't have any Ecuadorians, but I think I would love to get one day. Do they do well with the purple pinchers? Like they can like cohabitate and everything? Because I definitely want to look into that. And my next step is to build a topper on my 55-gallon. I just haven't gotten to that yet. Oh, they all get along. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, I'm gonna do a topper very soon. And that is a great idea for a social media video. If you're ever adding to your tank, a tank reset, or if you're upgrading tanks, people love to see that, whether they have hermit crabs or not. People just love watching that world of animals and the proper care for them. It's just, and especially hermit crabs, it's just like fascinating with all the tedious things that goes into taking care of them. Oh, you built a topper 8 months. Oh, wow. Good for you guys. It sounds like a job for sure. That's so exciting. Yeah, I would love to make content about toppers. I don't even have one yet myself, but when I do have one, of course I will be making content about that. Oh, they live together. They like it a bit warmer. True. Oh, that's so cute. They get along. They love to bask in light, so toppers are good for them. That's so cute. Yeah, so maybe when I do my topper, Norton's done molting, I will 100% look into, well, actually, I should probably upgrade tanks. Yeah, no. All right, first step for me is topper. Second step, getting more hermit crabs for the vacant 40 when Norton's done molting. Janie's given me advice for my crabs a few times. Thank you. Oh, of course. Always here. My DMs are always open. I try to answer as many as I can. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming, especially like when I have like a video that does well, because then I reach more people, hence more people reach out to me. So I really, really, really try my best to, I answer every single one. It's just a matter, it might take me a few days to get through a batch of questions. Yeah, 100 dreams and goals all at once. Yep. And 99% of my goals and dreams are related to hermit crabs. And I wouldn't want it any other way. As you look, I have a hermit crab shirt on. I have a hermit crab necklace charm thing. I have hermit crab bracelet that my boyfriend got me. And if I were to ever get a tattoo, it would be Can you take a guess? What would it be? Hermit crab. Oh, thank you. I'll film a video of my latest wheel from the Lucky Crab. People love wheel videos. I love them. I will sit there and watch your hermit crab on a wheel for 24 straight hours. It is so cute. So that, like, cute content like that, them on their wheel, eating, climbing, looking in the mirror. It's just, you can't go wrong posting that. And that's what people want to see. And it just takes one video, like I said in my presentation, it just takes one video to go viral. Whether you have 0 followers, 10 followers, 100,000 followers, it just takes one video. But also definitely reach out to me on Instagram or TikTok with your hermit crab accounts or personal accounts that you're going to use, because I'd love to follow you guys back. I posted a couple shell changing videos and they did fairly well. Yeah, people love shell changing videos. I love them too. It's so cute. And people are fascinated by them because, like, no one really knows, unless you have hermit crabs, like what their butts actually look like or what it looks like when they come out of their shell. So people love those. My 2 big boys sit on their wheel opposite each other, so the weight just keeps them going. I love when they do that. Mine sometimes do that. It's so funny. Do your hermit crabs play at all during the day, or is it only at nighttime? They all have their own little personalities. So, for example, Norton and Scooter will be out 24/7. I don't know when they sleep, but they are always out. But then, like, Tito, Peony, and Steely, they are night owls, strictly night owls. They'll come out at, like, the exact same time every single night. It's so cute. But right now, I only see Scooter. He's in his little cork round resting. Your Ecuadorians are out during the day. All 4 of mine are day walkers. Cute. Yeah, it really just depends on their personality, at least in my experience. It's really cute. I love, like, people don't know that hermit crabs have, like, such unique personalities, just as, like, a dog or cat would. It's so cute. I love them. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up because it's almost 2 o'clock. But thank you guys so much for all your questions. I'm sorry if I'm a little all over the place. I'm not the best at explaining things. But if you have any more questions, please just reach out to me on Instagram or TikTok. I will 100% get back to you. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and I will, of course, follow you guys back. And I really, really look forward to seeing all your hermit crab content. I really mean that. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the rest of CrabCon. So thank you so much, guys. Bye.